measures.
Remember that
Did you know that Royal Bank of Scotland, and also the Dutch company called Fortis are calling for a market. They've actually issued reports saying that in the next 3 months we're going to have a market collapse as big as anything since 1929.
Yes. So we are living now in a crucible. Everything may change overnight.
And the longer
this historical moment.
And the longer we go without a disaster, then the worse it will be when it gets here.
Quite.
Small collapses happening all the time will actually slow down the big thing.
Exactly.
Because first of all, something called demand destruction, which is what causes collapse? Growth, right? So we have problems that prevent growth and cause small declines that actually puts off the pressures which are leading to a larger collapse. It delays it in time. For instance, the oil shocks in the 1970s. If you look at the curve of global oil production, that actually slowed the growth. It actually is visible as a dip in the curve, and we would have reached peak oil much sooner had we continued and had not had the oil shocks in the 70s. So, if we had a worldwide depression now, this would actually slow down the economic and ecological collapse by some years, probably.
Anyway, so the collapse is imminent. May come within this week.
Yes.
It may come this month.
But you know, there's nothing any one of us can do about global depression except, as just in our individual lives, we can experience our own depression. This may help. That's a joke.
Okay. So what can we do? We must prepare ourselves. We must sense the mood in the masses, because when the spirit moves in the restless masses, it's very scary. Because the
Chinese are very afraid of that. They've always been. The Chinese rulers,
yes,
they're very afraid of the populations.
And our leaders should be very worried about our populations.
Yes.
Because there is this sense, mood, that can be detected very easily. And we are just about to cross the threshold into absolute anger, rage. The Europeans once again become what they truly are. Their animal side will come out. They refuse to die. They refuse to be scapegoats of the world. They refuse to be duped. They refuse to be used. It will be the most revolutionary moment in our history when we are once again angry, enraged.
You have a thing you did in your last speech about hate.
Yes.
And why hate is good?
Hate is an evolutionary force. It helps us to focus on our enemies. It helps us to find our inner strength. We must never be afraid of hatred. Be afraid of hate, because that makes us weak. We mustn't be shy of hate. It's the dark, the other part of our personality. If you think that your personality is okay, it's only like everything nice and dandy.
Are you talking to me?
So therefore, accepting one's hate, ability to hate, and anger is very liberating movement. It opens channels of energy and creativity. And once again, you are ready emotionally to claim your place in the world. Nobody can take it away from you. You are ready and willing to fight for it. So we need this. Europeans must wake up as a collective beast that feels no mercy, that accepts no good and evil. It's beyond these bourgeois concepts, and thinks only the greatest law, the highest law that there is, and that is our survival. There are no other laws, only our survival. Everything which is in conflict with this law must perish.
Right. Why have we been induced to worship gods which call for gods which supposedly require and a morality which supposedly requires our destruction?
It's a fashion. People are fashions.
Well, yeah, but it's a fashion that exists for a reason. It's a fashion that was induced in us.
Yeah.
Parasitically.
Yes, but fashions come and go. And this fashion is about to go.
I think.
Yes.
If if and only if we can get the best people, and they're out there, but we need them. We need the best people. We have some of them. I won't say who I think that is, but we have some of them.
But the change comes, it comes very quickly.
But there are many others.
I always think of the 1960s. I mean, the world that we knew in the 1950s and early 60s changed very quickly between, let's say, 1965 and 1970. And that is what I'm hoping and expecting in the incredible economic pressure that we have at the moment and demographic.
But are there enough young people in the West now? Because remember, the West was very young at that time.
Yes. Well, you're quite right. The amount of youngsters was incredible, so that's why these movements, they had this kind of democratic steam behind them. But on the other hand, also the old generations are dying away. So in the end, these dynamics of generations will produce new leaders, new fashions, new ways of thinking. I mean, liberals seem to think, even after all these hundreds of years of European thinking and its development, liberals seem to think that they have all the answers already. That things are going to be always the way they are today. And the world, after 100 years from now, 200 years, it will be the same. Europeans will be wallowing in guilt, and the world will be otherwise kind of tolerant, materialistic, individualistic.
Mondialist.
Yes, democratic. But we have seen changes. We have seen Soviet Union collapse overnight.
That's right.
So how can anyone think that this situation will stay forever? The liberals think that they have next 500 years to destroy our civilization, but they will not have even 5 years left to do that.
But they're capable of doing it in that amount of time.
No, they are not. They're still scratching the surface. We're not going anywhere. The core is very healthy. It hasn't gone anywhere. Just the surface.
You're a man of faith.